One of the most loved objects in the National Museum's collections is the Neapolitan crib. A crib is a group of figures that represents the scene of the birth of Jesus. The first Christmas scenes, the Virgin with Child, shepherds, animals, and 3 wise men appeared very early at the catacombs of Rome during the 2nd century. The story goes that it was St. Francis of Assisi who staged the first nativity scene on Christmas Eve almost 800 years ago in 1223 in Gracio, a cave near Assisi. He used a real donkey, a real ox, and a cradle. There's no mention of a little statue of baby Jesus, so it might be possible that a real baby was included in the scene. The birth of Jesus has been represented in many different ways according to the tastes of the time. We can see cribs with dramatic backgrounds, with flying angels and shepherds with noble gestures. On the other hand, there are cribs that aim to represent the landscape and clothing at the time of Jesus. And then, well, we have the Neapolitan way, where we think of Italian food, wine and music. Everything revolved around the senses. It is an invitation to live, to enjoy every aspect of our lives. The Neapolitan crib made a reality of the meaning of Christmas. Emmanuel, God among us. They would set the Nativity in a lively street of Naples, full of merchants selling vegetables, fish, meat, fruit and sweets. The crib that we have in the National Museum of Ireland's collections is dated from the end of 1700 to the beginning of 1800. A Neapolitan figure has a very special characteristic. The figure is divided into several parts so that it is movable. The head is made of terracotta, with glass eyes that give life to the figure. The hands and forearms, feet and lower legs are made of wood. Those parts are held by a skeleton of ironed wire and covered with hemp to give structure to the figure. The hemp was then covered by fabric and dressed in ornate costumes, and because the figures are movable, they can be positioned differently from year to year. The crib is a work of art, constructed by a team of skilled craftsmen. Items such as jewellery with real gold and precious stones were added to the figures. Some artists work on creating other items such as animals, fruits, fish and tools. Everything was constructed in an exact miniature copy, and they always remain faithful to reality. The furniture, the street and the buildings were made by real architects. Even the composition of the figures were developed by choreographers. Every noble house in Naples tried to have the best crib. The Neapolitan crib was serious business, and that is why the quality is so magnificent. The National Museum's crib is one of the most complete Neapolitan cribs, with 43 figures in total, including 12 women, 23 men, 6 angels, the baby Jesus and a sheep. The collection of figures has been built up over time, from the first more than 100 years ago in 1893 and the rest acquired between 1904 and 1998. The crib is not on display in the museum this year due to the pandemic, but we hope to have it back on display next year, and I hope you come and visit to see it in real life then. Happy Christmas from all at the museum.